boys and girls. Today's learning target is I can write a paragraph about a story idea. This writing project that we're about to do is similar to last week when we wrote a sequel, but in this one you're just writing a one paragraph mini story. And we'll talk a little bit more about that in a minute. Your first job is going to be to read the story Marisol McDonald Doesn't Match. You can find this story on page 19 of your My Book. That's this purple book, and then you'd be on page 19. I've also posted a video in this lesson if you would like to listen to the story be read to you. The read aloud in the video that I found is actually kind of neat because it has the story in English but also in Spanish, so you can hear the same page read in two different languages. Your book only has the English words. At the end of the story, we're going to work on the writing project together. Pause this video, go watch the other video, or read the story, or do both. When you come back to this video though, the one with me in it, we're going to be working on the writing project at the end. So I'll see you when you're done with the story. Isn't that a cute story? So now, at the end, we're going to help give the writer ideas for a sequel. So this time, instead of writing the whole part 2, your job is to think of a part 2 and then share your ideas in a paragraph. Remember, in a paragraph, all of your sentences connect to one main idea. In this case, the main idea is your story idea. Let's head over to page 36 in your My Book, the one at the end of the story, and work on that writing project together. Okay, this is my online version of your My Book, and I am on page 36 at the end of our Marisol McDonald story. These are the directions for writing your story idea. It says, you met an interesting and bold character in Marisol McDonald Doesn't Match by Monica Brown. Marisol might have all kinds of adventures because she thinks and acts in her own special way. Imagine that the author has asked readers to offer ideas for what adventures might happen next in Marisol's life. What could happen at home or at school that might cause a problem for Marisol? Based on how Marisol responded to her problems in the story Marisol McDonald Doesn't Match, how might she solve a new problem? Write a paragraph describing a story idea that you could post on Monica Brown's website. Well, first, we need to think about the problems that she experiences in this story. That's the plan box on page 36. Think about the problems that she faces in this story, and then how she solves them. Write a sentence to summarize how she solves problems. What kind of problem solver is she? Does she wait for them to go away and go hide under her bed? Does she go out and find solutions? Does she ask for help? You tell us. Tell us about what kind of character she is when she has to solve a problem. Then you can use this strategy when you think of your story idea. If she's someone who asks for help whenever she finds a problem, whatever new problem you think of, she would ask for help to solve. I'm not saying that's right though. You need to figure out first how she solves problems in this story, and then use that in your new story idea. On page 37, it's time to write. The people who made the book did a nice list of everything that I'll be looking for when I correct your writing later this week. In your paragraph describing a story idea, make sure your story idea sets up the time and place the story happens. You need to tell when and where. And it should explain what Marisol's problem will be in this story and how she responds to it. What kind of stuff would she do to solve the problem? Also make sure your paragraph tells events in the order they might happen. For example, it doesn't make sense to tell how she solves the problem before you tell what the problem will be. Tell it in order so it makes sense to your reader. You should also give the writer an idea about how the story might end in your new idea. All right, so you've got your rough draft in your MyBook, and now your job is going to be to type it in the Google Doc that's attached to this assignment. All right, here's the Google Doc that matches your assignment. It's pretty simple looking because most of it is going to be your writing down here in this space. I put the learning target at the top that you can write a paragraph about a story idea by the end of this. I also put some check boxes to help you make sure you don't forget any of the things you're supposed to do. Remember that you need to tell the time and the place the story happens. Remember that you need to explain Marisol's new problem in your story idea and how she responds to it. Remember to tell things in the order they happen. And remember to explain how your story might end. That's all for now. I'll see you in the next video.